Alright, hello, welcome back to the Blade Knight Altair channel. Actually, now that I think about it, I know there's a chat rules feature on... Twitch. Well, all my videos are down because it's been a week since my over a week since last stream. I promise I intended to stream. That's why the stream schedule was updated and then none of the streams happened, which is definitely somebody's fault. Okay, yeah, it's my fault, but I promise Delta Room on Tuesday, probably, maybe. Tuesday when though is the question. Actually, I can technically. I imagine it would be creator dashboards. So no chat. I don't know if chat rules is like locked behind like affiliates. That would be stupid. So I figured it's not. I mean, I could turn on subscriber only chat, but I don't think I can even be subscribed to. So that would be going from next to no chatters to literally no chatters. You can actually change latency. I don't know what that means though. If anyone comes in here, they might have like a relapse, but that would be funny, so I don't care. I can just look it up how to add chat rules. Dashboard, the settings system moderation. Moderation, settings. Message filtering. Sure, that's fine. Protection. Which one is it? I feel like I hear like a fan coming from my headphones. Maybe it's the game? Your game is on and not just playing this. What was I looking for? Let's go into channel privileges. There's channel protection, but not channel privileges. Okay. Okay, second question. Do you have chat rules? status. Okay, so that means likely I'm an idiot. Okay, on Twitch channel, clear dashboard, go to settings and select moderation. Okay. So go to the channel privileges section and locate the chat rules section. Share permissions. Oh, here we are. Not ask for my Discord. Add another rule. Rule O2. Do not buy, sell me anything. Right, I can also do any and all violations of the rules will be met with a 10-minute timeout. With harsher, just playing some of this in all caps, with harsher repercussions. I actually don't know how to spell repercussions. I think I'm close. Repercussions. Okay. Okay, I was close. Or repeated murders. So now, if anyone goes to the channel, I think the last one might be a little bit too long. I don't think it's shown up yet. Maybe. I don't have an alternate Twitch account. Can't actually. I can make chat rules. One. Don't ask for my Discord. I'm having way too much fun with this. Who said chat rules can't be fun? I mean, if I have to do this, people keep asking for my Discord specifically for the fact because they want to sell me something. Just to be clear, I don't really care. Honestly, it would be nicer if they just... I wouldn't care if I just said no and then they left. The problem is, I say no and they're like, actually, I don't care that you said no. And actually, I'm gonna get upset again, and I don't want to get upset at the start of stream right now, actually. So we're just gonna focus. I probably should have done this before stream, but I forgot about it until it's like right after I hit the Y button. It's like, oh wait, I was supposed to make chat rules, so we wouldn't have to deal with this nonsense anymore. I would feel bad if I just like started timing them out randomly, but if I make the rules clear and the punishments even clearer, then they have no choice. Then they can't be upset when they break the rules and get punished, right? It's like theoretically. I'm just gonna copy and paste each of these into the add more rules as it becomes pertinent, because I can't think of anything. All violations of the rules will be done with. Harsher punishment for repeated violations. Submit. I don't know if that's working or not, honestly.
I realize the hellos are goodbyes the moment I softly let go of your hand. Wings are through the trembling breath.
Check like my phone.
For so bound to soar to the very edge of the staring ocean. Even if are meant to fall apart, I will get sad where you are for all time.
Where would I even be looking on my phone? Okay. By my phone, I mean I can look on my other laptop. Actually, I can look at this laptop. I don't know what I'm doing. But this is this laptop, and that's already open. And if I close anything, then who knows what will happen. That's off. Oh, this is just gonna start playing someone else's random stream if I'm not quick about this. I'm not quick about this. Oh, yeah, it worked. Oh, right, it's going to loop. That's the problem. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, I did it. We have chat rules now. Anyway, I can also, like, I probably should have, like, turned on the correct song a while back. Okay, so. Important stuff to do, and I don't want that. I don't want that. Don't worry, we're going to go talk to the doctor, and he's going to help us do the murder. So we will be back later. Alright, so last time on Wuthering Ways. I guess all the music like just faintly outside. That's nice. I feel slower. Should I mess with something in the settings? Because I was playing this game earlier, so I mean, it will probably be fine. Anyway. I didn't leave Twitch open, did I? No, I didn't. How is stream looking is the question. It's looking fine on viewer ends. Alright, so last time on Wuthering Ways, we explored the underground vaults of the Montelli family and did a bit of fishing. But before that, trauma. And today we are going to go be meeting with Dr. Luuk Herson, who will be helping us save IMF, ideally. I did accidentally trigger like the opening words of the cutscene. When I was doing my daily quests a couple days ago, so when Luke came out, so... Well, actually, I think it was Friday, yeah, when I accidentally did it. How did you even do that? Okay, well... For maximum drama, I have given Rover IMS weapon. So if anyone questions why I would do that, because there's not a good reason to do that from a gameplay perspective, I thought it was fitting, and that's why I did that. I almost killed that bird. Because whenever you get near an animal, the character just like homes in on them. IMF is really bad about this because she just like zooms together to side. And fittingly, I have brought Mornier and Chisa with us because they're actually in La Roy, unlike any of the other characters I have, which are not. And no, I'm not pulling for Luke. We are still recovering from Chisa. Although we're doing a good job recovering. We're already at 11,549. So we're going to be fine when Jeja gets out. But I don't. I mean, I don't think I could get Luke and his weapon. I could definitely get Luke himself, probably, maybe. Assuming no lost 50-50s. But that's enough talk. We have the doctor to go meet. It's like the Starbucks Academy. We'll just start over here at the Resonance Nexus. Apparently the story's crazy because I've seen like I've been recommended videos on YouTube about stuff from this patch already. So spoilers technically, which is unfortunate, but what you gonna do? And apparently things just go down this patch. I mean, obviously I doubt it's going to be as crazy as last patch, but no, I probably should have come up with more chat rules than just 2. Although I guess to be fair, I don't need to come up with anything. Like if anyone's doing something obviously bad, I can just that bad that I didn't like that's if someone's doing something really bad, like I guess chat rules really should be specific things that are not obvious that I don't want you to do. That is a specific thing that's not obvious I wanted to do. Well, actually, I think it should be pretty obvious. But you can't just barge into a... Nope, we're not going to get into this tangent again. Right? We're going to stay calm. Happy. We're meeting Luke. Everybody loves Luke. He let my daughter die. But besides that... Well, I mean, that's not, like, entirely true. Okay, well, okay. While we're in this loading stream, I had a theory. So, Rover apparently asked Luke to watch over... to come here on a long-term assignment. So most people, I assume, were assuming that that long-term assignment was to watch La Roy in general. I, meanwhile, think that it's at least possible that the actual reason Rover asked Luke to watch this over this region was to keep an eye on IMF. And if that's the case, the fact that she ended up becoming a ghost does not really reflect well on his completion of that assignment. Then again, that is not exactly his fault. I can still blame him for it, unless he helps. If he's helpful today, then Luke will be forgiven. But doesn't mean I'm going to pull for him, though. We can't afford that. We're still working on Jeja funds. I already have... Oh, wait, I can show that off. I thought I was about to get work into a cutscene. Yeah, there's definitely some lag on my end. Maybe I should tone down a setting or two. I don't know which one, though. Tone down frame rate. I mean, turning on... I don't know how helpful lowering shadow quality is going to be.
Oh, good to see you again.
Okay, I can't tell anymore. And I'm pretty sure this literally just turned shadow off. The only reason I had put shadow quality back at medium anyway was because I was doing a quest that required me to look at shadows. Like, I don't see any shadows anywhere. And I was like, oh wait, I think I might have turned shadows off. Anyway, I think actually that did help.
She's been staying here to recover.
Hey, Navora. I mean, she did get hit pretty hard last time. But I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be finding Luuk and saving daughter.
How are you recovering from your injuries, Navora?
Oh, it's you, Rover. Yes. I'm feeling much better. Dr. Herson took very good care of me. I just did what he said and rested for a few days here, and I barely feel any pain now.
Did I pick up
Are
my
you
water
here to visit him?
bottle? I might have forgotten
Yes,
my water
we
bottle.
have something to discuss. Is he here?
He's in the counseling room next door. My friend Sigrika is in there. It might take a while, huh?
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
Why can't we, Rover, why aren't you wearing your new fancy outfit?
How to put this? I think you can have more faith in yourself, Sigrika.
Faith in myself.
Believe in yourself.
You see, people can be more perceptive than you might realize, including those you care about. So try not to take everything to heart. Go a little easier on yourself. Good or bad, true or false, these things have a way of coming to light. And as your friend Denia said, sometimes a little distraction is good for your health.
Yeah. I'll give it a try. Thank you, Dr. Harrison.
Doctor, therapist.
You're welcome.
What
Again,
else can Luuk not do?
don't push yourself too hard.
Make sure my daughter doesn't die.
I take it you're the type who'd suddenly bolt up in bed at night, wide awake, worrying about an exam? That'd probably go on for a whole week.
And psychic, too, apparently.
Huh? Is it really that obvious?
Only my conjecture. Would you like some candy? Sweets help keep a smile.
And he has candy.
Sure. And is it okay for me to come back some other time, Dr. Harrison?
What's that accent?
Why, of course. Feel free to visit my office anytime, Sigrika.
Sigrika, we will see how many asteroids I have when you are
So,
up in
about that
17
exostrider plan you
days.
mentioned. Let's get into it.
Immediately. Rover is usually pretty nice about small talk and stuff, from my memory anyway. But here he's like, yep, we have extra strategy stuff. Chop chop, we got stuff to do, Luuk.
All in good time. Let's start with something lighter first.
My daughter is stuck in space, Luuk. We have stuff to do. We don't have time for...
Something lighter?
Any topic at all. Let's slow the tempo a little. You're too eager. Your emotions are clouding your judgment. You must feel it too.
I am aware that my emotions are clouding my judgment, Luuk, and I do not, in fact, care.
Here, a piece of candy. It'll help take the edge off and lighten the mood.
Just look, Luke is absolutely right here. I do not care about Luke is absolutely right here, though. So, fine, we shall talk about.
No. Thanks.
You can still accept the candy, bro. For like, it actually might help.
I understand your anxiety over Imeth's situation. You've always held her dear, but it's taken more out of you than you realize. Things are best taken one step at a time. The Exostrider hasn't awakened yet. The key is to pace ourselves. Slow and steady, right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay. You're right. Let's table the Exostrider for now. Let's talk about you, Luke. I trust Imeth. What we experienced together proved she was telling me the truth. And there's a connection there I can't ignore. But you and me, we might be strangers in passing who became confidants, as you put it. But it feels like every conversation we've had just skims the surface. I prefer to know who I'm working with before jumping into something as big as opening the Strider Gate. It'll affect the entire Lahai-Roi region.
Point taken. It seems a proper introduction is long overdue.
That's really laggy now for some reason.
Please, ask me anything. I'll answer as candidly as I can.
Are you a consultant from the Black Shores?
That I am not. Work that leaves documented trails doesn't suit my style. But I am acquainted with quite a few bloom bearers.
Imeth said she didn't know you well, but that I could trust you. You also know about the bond between me and her. How?
Imeth is a sharp girl. Even though you never introduced me to her, she could read between the lines of your actions. She's a lot like you. Smart, driven, good at bearing burdens. But she's proven to be even more stubborn than you are. After you left Lahai-Roi, she came to see me a few times in the name of counseling. To learn about you.
You didn't tell her anything.
I didn't. You had other tasks for me here in Lahai-Roi. You didn't let us properly get to know each other because you wanted to shield her from my line of work. She later stopped these visits after realizing that. Still, I really hoped she would have opened up to me more. You both tend to keep things to yourselves, and that's never good for anyone.
I have to turn down the frame rate.
One last question. What did you mean? I had other tasks for you.
That is a key topic, but not suitable for discussion here. The Space Trek Collective is backed by a number of different nations and powers. Their internal politics are of no concern to us. There are many watching eyes among the support staff. The infirmary is, after all, a public space. Why don't we take this somewhere more private?
To where?
I have a place in mind. Just come with me, golden boy.
What does that even mean?
More personal business to attend to again, Dr. Herson?
Just a quick break, Nana. Mind holding down the fort? The next shift will be here soon.
Take care, Doctor. Do try to return in one piece.
I don't think we're going to do anything dangerous.
Don't worry. I have him with me today.
Okay, seems he legitimately had nothing to do with IMF as per our request or feelings on the matter. So I guess I cannot, in fact, blame Luke, unfortunately. Which means we can find someone else to blame. I blame Christopher. Honestly, I think that's an easy bet. It's always Christopher's fault. In some way. Or Elephant, but Elephant's like a giant black hole. And I don't know how sentient it is yet.
Sunderman.
Yes. I keep a small workspace of my own here.
Give me a second. Sorry, I lost graphics. Here we go. I messed with something I shouldn't have. Oops. What if I just turn it on to ultra performance actually? Like at least for now. So cancel. Please don't do that. Oh wait, I hit the recommended button, that's what I did. Alright, so I'm gonna go through these again. Cost, quality low. I forgot what all this stuff did. No, that's not any. No, definitely not that. What is FSR? Technology boosts frame rates by upscaling low resolution images to higher quality, enhancing performance. Many graphic cards by used to make games run smoother. Okay, that actually makes things. Bias. There's 300 render textures models that higher or lower res detail than intended. Okay. Okay, we might as well like start at performance and just go down the list. Okay. What is VSync? Spectator synchronized games frame rate with a monitor's refresh rate to eliminate screen tearing. That sounds helpful. It doesn't actually change anything. Quality low. Start on. Shadow quality low. I really don't think that's going to bother much. I'm just going to leave that on medium. Bias low. Capsule AO. Ambient. Occlusion is aggressive and confident against illumination and religion. Produce visual depth by creating soft realistic and localized shadows around characters and objects. Resume looking at impact performance on causing a slight FPS drop on lower end hardware or mobile devices. Frog. I think I have an idea what that is. is motion blur. I don't think that actually affects anything really. Anti-aliasing. So this moves jagged stair-shaped jags or diagonals. Bloom. I think a lot of people just have this off anyway because they don't like how it works. I'll leave crowd density on medium because that if it's on low, then like a lot of people just aren't there. Hit flash. It doesn't actually change anything. Auto FPS. Just a massive piss. We dial back the current set. Load is too high. Okay, that sounds like helpful. Damage numbers on. Space animation on. Firebox. Code team SPXX. Effect on. Restrictive environment on. Foliage fade out. Applies a semi-transparent effect when the camera enters foliage. Yeah. Doesn't actually affect anything. Foliage density. Low. Auto exposure. I have no clue what that does. Okay, theoretically... Okay, I think everything maybe is fine now. And if it's not, then I'll just try to tone down frame rates. Where are we supposed to be going? Just over here? Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna lower frame rates. And drive around for a second to see. Honestly, I cannot tell the difference between 30 and 45. I'm going to be so good. I cannot, like, at all.
Leave them to me. Let's not waste any more time.
I don't know why you throw habit over. Luuk is at DPS and so is
Ash takes
habit
form.
over.
Rot. Resected. Blink. And agony
Combat
ends.
feel rather slow right now.
The Exostrider's sword emits a unique frequency. It shields my workspace from most long-range detection methods.
You picked a good spot.
I'm still dealing with a lot of lag.
Annihilation!
I don't know why. I'm gonna turn that off and see if that helps.
Hopefully this helps.
And that actually looks pretty smooth, all things considered.
Purging all evil.
Might just be my imagination, honestly. Small workplace. Here, fading voices and hidden trails are woven into a web, and the rationale of liquid gold is patiently unraveled. Alright, so now that we've dealt with graphic settings and everything else, okay, now that felt really slow, but I don't know if that's just the animation. Maybe it is me turning down frame rates. Maybe it's just me not playing Havoc Rover enough, or at all. Why are my events... Oh, this is open now. I just got like half of these open right off the bat. I'll take those. No, that's more ass drive for me. That is a lot more ass drive for me, actually. Theoretically, the game shouldn't lag or crash now. I mean, I don't think we'd be ever really in danger of it crashing, but...
Quite a stash.
This is what a secret room is about. Now, where were we? Let's start with the conclusion before we get into all the details. You asked me to come to Lahai Roy to watch for any Fraxidus activity.
Okay, no, that's
Warren was
useful.
the first Fraxidus mole you uncovered, and he certainly won't be the last. Think of the Space Trek Collective as a web of competing powers. It's as much a haven for independence as a playground for agendas. An isolated polar region, rich with exoswarm and the potential for technological breakthrough. Lahai Roy is a gold mine, even for the Fraxidus.
You're saying the fall of Helios wasn't the real goal?
It was one of several. After your journey in Huanglong and Renacida, I'm sure you've come to realize their true aim.
The Thenodian. Aleph 1.
Yep, definitely.
Correct. Given the Thenodian's unique nature, it's sure to catch their attention. Moreover, Aleph 1 is closely linked to the Strider Gate, which may be our ticket to outer space.
Spying on the Fraxidus is risky. Why would I have chosen you for this task?
Well, that is a bit of a long story. You've always preferred to see things for yourself. Please, follow me to that table. Balance ends here. Time to incise.
This is kind of fly.
And agony ends.
Yeah, I think we're fine with graphics, and I'm not going to worry about it anymore. What's over here? Really hope this is a holographic table, because if we're going to have a discussion, I'd rather have it over there. That place looks comfy. Oh, there's something in here. Ecor container. Examine the transparent container, which appears to have some kind of liquid inside. There's a golden hue quietly contained inside. Otherwise, it looks identical to the blood that flowed from Luke's hand during your fight in the space station.
The golden serum, developed by the Naviale group. I prefer its other name, Ichor.
Ichor, a special pharmaceutical substance developed for extremely rare diseases. However, its severe side effects make it intolerable for most, keeping it under ongoing research and validation. In its natural form, Ichor is a volatile golden liquid that radiates intense heat at room temperature. In rare cases, it can be controlled and stabilized into a solid form.
My father started it as a medication for rare diseases, but as research progressed, it came to represent something far more ambitious. The drug of evolution.
Evolution? Sounds like something the Phyrexis would like.
Well, on paper it worked. I became its resonator, so it would be unfair to say it was entirely useless. But I was a rare case who survived. All it cost me was excruciating pain and my colored vision. Most test subjects like me didn't make it. It wasn't until I met you that I realized there was more to the story. The rest is in my study, shall we?
Very, very nice. Ooh, an aquarium? Jeez, Luke. You don't even like, as far as I'm aware, you probably don't take many people in here. So you just been having this, you just wanted to show. Then again, this is like really nice. I would like to like just hang out in a room like this. That would be nice. Giant fireplace. I mean, giant, weird, probably not real fire. Either that or graphic settings doing imitation things. A giant aquarium with jellyfish. Jellyfish? The person who's related to jellyfish is Cantarella. So obviously Luke knows Cantarella and they're like childhood friends, or I'm kidding. That's probably not the... I mean, it could be. I mean, Luke's traveled. Cantarella is a person that's done a lot of research on things, and there's a doctor who knows a lot of things about the Phyrexis, who are Cantarella's enemies. So who knows? Maybe they did meet at some point. Oh, there's more stuff back here. I have a lot of books on the ground. I think this could be better organized, Luke. You might need to hire yourself a librarian. Pictures of a child's drawing of the family. Ahem. The pictures of a child's drawing of a family, rendered in simple, earnest lines. A father and an older and younger brother, each one wearing a big, happy smile. On the back of the framed picture, a scribbled note reads, "Always happy, Ryan Herson." Must have been drawn years ago, but the frame is carefully preserved and shows little wear.
My brother Ryan drew this picture.
I'll make a joke.
Not related by blood. Father took us both in after his own children passed away from a rare illness long ago.
I'll make a joke about his name.
Ryan never could handle
Dad's.
pain, but he was easy to cheer up. Whenever the grown-ups would give me candy, I'd save it all for him.
So, that's why he always has candy with him.
For a while, I tried to be the perfect son Father wanted. It never worked, so eventually I stopped trying. It only got worse from there. What Father tried to do to Ryan was unforgivable. And then came that accident. I thought what my father did was a rather mundane story. A cliché. Someone trying to atone for past guilt, only to cause greater harm. Until your hints made me suspect it was someone's staged finale. So I had my father's grave exhumed. It was empty.
Okay, well I knew that because I saw the trailer, so maybe I should start playing the trailers at the beginning of these videos. Or streams. Examine the burnt page. Many parts of it are illegible due to the burns. Appears to have been salvaged from a fire. Judging by the legible contents, it's a report. Mentions Lahai Roy and Void Matter, and was originally destined for the new Federation. There's something in the back. I will check the back anyway. It's blank. Well, on the report you find a signature. The Fraxidus' insignia. Fraxidus'.
The entire Lolo logistics carrier was already blown to smithereens by the time I recovered this page. I managed a quick glimpse before the fire consumed most of the page. It is a report from an overseer.
A Fraxidus Overseer's report on its way to the new Federation.
Yes. Tucked away in a Lolo logistics delivery box. The recipient is Eris in the new Federation.
I mean, a report from an overseer going to someone.
Those 3 items you just showed me. Did the Fraxidus get into Noviali's work after learning about the Icar's potential for evolution?
Regenerative proof pharmaceutical corporation based in the new Federation. Its core technology originates from the development of Ecor, groundbreaking medical advancement shadowed by perpetual controversy. I already read the one for Ecor.
They didn't just get into our work. They went a step further. Replacement. Have you ever met the Fraxidus' Grand Architect?
Unfortunately.
The thousand-faced survivor. We met near the Styx Lake deep within the Dark Tide. Wait. Does this mean your father was...
Yes. My father was just another face the Grand Architect borrowed. Though looking back now, I can't recall the moment the real him was taken. I think the Grand Architect sees life and death as a game. I wouldn't be surprised if Father was even smiling in his coffin as we buried him in that downpour. So, that's your answer. Why did you choose me? Because I have a very personal reason to go after the Fraxidus. Hatred.
Hatred. Even now.
Now, it has become something of a habit. Continue this train of investigation and you'll see for yourself what they are. But before you do, there's something I should share. My friends in the Black Shores told me you've already had a few run-ins with certain overseers. Is that right?
3 in particular, yes.
3. Cristoforo, Frolova, and Scar. Plus the Grand Architect you mentioned.
Ah, those names do ring a bell. Frolova is codenamed Hecate. Cristoforo? Arachnos. Intriguing, isn't it? The flair they have for their own branding. But it's a telling detail. The codename can reveal its owner's style, personal tastes, and even ambitions. Think about it. A powerful resonator who causes chaos at random leaves no trail to follow. But give them a preference, a pattern. They can start to build a profile from the pieces. I've been compiling reports on the Overseers for years.
Really?
Allow me to share what I've
Let me read
learned
the
so far.
Cristoforo one. I need to read the Cristoforo one.
I've reactivated your access. You'll find the door controls right over there.
You know what, Luke? I take back everything I might have sort of blamed you for. You're good. Yeah. Hey, you hate the Fraxidus. You've been working on compiling information. You have like a whole archive, a very cozy room. You do need better organization skills. Does Rover know anyone who could like fix Sanwa, Genshi? 2 very busy people though. I'm sure we can find someone to help you clean up all this mess though. Even if it does end up just having to be me. I do probably owe you that much, especially since you're going to help me save IMF. You did agree. It doesn't matter if you agree that this was going to happen. So a hidden room inside of a hidden base.
The Fraxidus is loosely organized. Most of its members have only undergone basic, artificially induced body modification. They're not terribly difficult to neutralize. But if you encounter artificers with more creative modifications, you're likely looking at the handiwork of Hydra. Hydra is their leading mind on human evolution and body modifications. Whoever they are, they often work in tandem with Siren. In other words, if you spot one, be on guard in case the other is lurking close by. Zashiki Warashi won't require much of your attention. This overseer primarily operates in Ashinohara, a region that's been largely destroyed by the Lament.
Ashinohara. I've heard of it somewhere before.
Have we?
The girl we had in the infirmary for a while. Chisa, I remember.
Oh.
The city that trapped her, Honami, is part of Ashinohara. Now, on to two key pieces of the puzzle. I did say the Fraxidus was a loose organization, but even the most scattered cells still need funding to function. Remember that report from earlier? It's only a matter of time before you go to the new Federation. And based on the intel I've gathered, that's their most critical base of operations. And where you'll find Eris.
How critical? Do they operate in the open?
Not exactly. But in a place where money talks, they must have members in the highest echelons of government and business. Key members. Their foothold in the new Federation has given them immense leverage. With that endless stream of wealth, the Fraxidus operates with impunity across the planet. Speaking of which, Star Torch Academy is also heavily funded by the new Federation. To be blunt, they're the Space Trek Collective's single largest donor.
Honestly, I kind of felt like we were kind of on top of the Fraxis thing until like 20 seconds ago, and now I'm kind of scared.
Eris, huh? Duly noted. I'm assuming the other key piece is the Grand Architect?
The Fraxidus Grand Architect. Their true name is unknown. They only appear through borrowed identities. Real people, legendary beings, and even the phantoms of the dead from others' memories. I did brush shoulders with them once. It was a shame. I had no idea at the time, and missed my shot.
I don't think you would have won that fight, Luke. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I could win that fight. Galbrenna had trouble. He's still breathing after going toe-to-toe with Galbrenna. Galbrenna's... yeah. So, Galbrenna survived the Dark Tide. So, yeah, I don't know if you would have been able to win that one, so maybe that's for the best.
This pen was the only thing I brought back from that great fire. I have yet to decipher the lettering, but it shows one thing for sure. The Grand Architect has been around for a very, very long time. It's a pity you called me to the High Roy. Otherwise, I would have continued following that trail. But you always have good reason, right?
Probably.
You uncovered all this by yourself.
More or less. I did have some help along the way.
To get your hands on one of the Grand Architect's personal items, you did more than just follow a trail. You infiltrated them.
Playing along with them isn't that difficult once you get the hang of it. Like I said, they are a loose organization.
And knowing the Fraxidus, stealing all that intel on the Overseers is risky, no matter how loose they are. Each infiltration will only be more dangerous than the last. Luke, How can a doctor who doesn't value his own life save anyone else's?
You know, this is the second time you've said those words to me.
Truly, whoever never changes.
They got away again. If I hadn't been so cautious, I could have taken care of them this time. I should send today's findings to him. It's been 2 years. Suppose I'm due for a report. Good. You got the intel. Would have been a shame if I got myself killed for nothing. You want me to go to the High Roy? Why?
There's evidence of their activity in the High Roy. I need you to keep an eye on things. And frankly, you need a break.
Now is not the right time.
You've already drawn enough attention. Do we really have to wait for you to get killed to decide it's the right time? How can a doctor save anyone else's life if he doesn't value his own? Keep pushing like this, and you'll be no different from them.
Not pulling any punches, are you?
Trust me, that's only the warm-up. The High Roy is a nice place, Luke. Bright, passionate students. Beautiful snow. Perfect for slowing things down. Listen to me on this. Come.
Very well. As you wish. So I've led a leisurely life in the High Roy ever since. No need to worry. I know my limits. Let's set aside the Fraxidus for now. We should discuss the Exostrider plan. But first, tell me what happened to you and Imeth in the Frostlands.
You briefly recount to Luke the events in the Frostlands.
I see. Imeth, she... No wonder you're in such a state.
I understand her reasons. She was fighting for her dream, for the High Roy, in the only way she knew how. And I respect that. The fate she chose for herself. But I won't accept it. There's more I haven't tried. I'm not done fighting for her.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to give up so easily. Now, about the Exostrider. It started with the Space Trek Collective finding a giant solid-skin root network in Bjarter Woods. They identified it as the lid, sealing the Strider Gate, so to speak. It keeps the Threnodians' fractured forms sealed on both sides of the Strider Gate. Break it, and these forms will reunite. That wouldn't just spell the High Roy's doomsday, but the entire world. But the Collective still yearned to open that gateway, to explore the unknown. So, they created the Synchronists. The idea was to use augmented resonance to amplify the Exostrider's power, hoping that would keep the Threnodians suppressed. But lately, the Threnodians' attacks on the seal have been increasing. I'm afraid the Fraxidus is also getting ready to make a move. With the reactor core returned, all you need now is a little patience. Wait for the Exostrider to awaken. Then we can focus on how to use it to find Imeth. You were a synchronist in the Academy once before. I'll speak with Lucilla about getting you piloting access.
Thanks, Luke.
Then I'll wait for your news, Luke.
Sorry, I was gonna say something else. Like, so if theoretically the Threnodian Aleph 1 is like segmented to, like what you just said, one by like Stratogate, so like part of it's on one side, the other part's on the other side. Why don't we just take out the part that we have access to theoretically right now, and then we can take out the other part once the Strider Gate's opened.
Certainly. But our immediate priority should be the Fraxidus. I have a feeling they're planning to sabotage our plans for the Exostrider.
Not gonna do that as long as I'm breathing. What overseers do we have in this region? I imagine Christoforo. Not for Lola, she's on break.
Rover said he'd like to check on the Exostrider in the Frostlands before he left. Well, could be a way to take his mind off things. Now then.
Dr. Herson, is something the matter?
Must you always assume the worst, Lucilla? Can't I just call to chat?
I find that highly unlikely, Doctor. Let's skip the preamble. What is it?
Rover.
So this is about Imeth. He was so tight-lipped with me about what happened in the Frostlands. Yet he spoke to you.
Sitting on our hands won't fix anything. And he was willing to open up. If a friend runs into trouble, I'll naturally step in to listen. Besides, what I have to share today benefits the Academy. It could help us get ahead of a few potential issues.
Very well. Let's hear it then. Meet me at the Institute, the usual spot.
Also, I'd like to say we are not having any lag issues anymore. You know, I don't know why. I did something right, apparently. So, congratulations, me. That was a quick load time. Looks like we've split up from Rover, too.
My head's spinning. Oh, Dr. Herson, it's good to see you.
Ethan, you looked fine not long ago. What happened to you?
My thesis, my spot at the...
Hold on. I recall you coming by the infirmary with good news earlier. Something about an institute professor recruiting you for your top marks? Is this the price you have to pay for that? Careful. You might get talked out of the job over health issues.
No, I will get that position at the Institute. I'll crawl there if I have to. I'll come back from the dead if I die first.
Now you're just delirious. I know getting this opportunity wasn't easy. You can't exactly just ask for time off. Come by my office later. I'll write you a sick note. You can't run yourself like an exoswarm, thinking you'll recharge the moment the sun comes up. It's not how we humans work.
Thank you, Doctor. Good things are bound to come your way. This takes me back. I always got my best sleep passed out in your infirmary.
Luke's such a good doctor.
Let's see here. He's still skipping the physical checkup. Ah, young Luke. What brings you to the Institute today?
He's like
Just here to discuss
at least,
something
like,
with someone.
40.
How have your shifts been treating you these past few months?
Like, assuming he's like at least 20 before, and that's kind of lowballing it too, like when he started, before he went to La Highroyd. He's been here for at least 20 years because Rover's been gone at least 20 years. So that's like 40 years.
Not bad. You know, these researchers, getting them in for a checkup is like pulling their teeth. I have to hunt them down myself. What do you say we grab a drink after my shift? The meal plans here are all nutritional efficiency. Taste like chewed up cardboard.
Of course. Why don't I show you that scout drone model I just finished while we're at it?
You work fast. You really do enjoy that sort of tinkering.
Taking things apart and putting them back together again is quite stress relieving. It's a nice way to unwind after a day's work.
So, what do you say we sneak over to Rogan's place when we get a minute and liberate the cannon barrel from that precious bot of his?
What is that?
We can put it back after he's had a good meltdown.
Are they talking about a prank?
I'd rather not be an accomplice to that. It's unethical. And I can't believe you're still holding a grudge over that fish he stewed behind your back.
I'm just trying to figure that conversation. We don't have brain power to focus on that now. We have Lucia to meet with.
Have a seat, Doctor. Shame. I thought he would come with you.
He's been here before. But things are different now. I prefer not to have him tangled in the collective's trivial matters.
Fair enough. But I'm not like those stubborn old goats you're used to dealing with. I don't chase after pride or rank. All I care about is Star Torch Academy. Now go on. Give me the highlights, Dr. Herson. The Fraxidus. I understand. I'll keep a closer watch. As for piloting the Exostrider, if he is capable, that's fine by me. The Research Institute will see to the preparations. That said, we can't ignore the risks that come with opening the Strider Gate. I have someone in mind who can help. But first, let me have a quick word with her.
Yay!
The Threnodian concerns every one of us at Lahairoi. I'll handle the board as you've asked. You focus on him and the matters here on campus.
Thank you for understanding, Lucilla. President.
Very low quality image. Low graphics, yay.
Our conversation went more smoothly than I expected. I thought you might think I had a hidden agenda. As a thank you, care for some candy?
I'll pass. I'm well aware of your candy outreach program across campus. I've had my fill of sweets over the years. As for what you said earlier, I've been here long enough to know exactly who you are. Thanks to your efforts in uncovering those moles, the Academy is safer, and we have far fewer headaches to worry about. What truly surprised us was your choice to stay all these years, and become one of Lahairoi's steadfast guardians.
Oh, I'm just glad the President doesn't see me as some busybody.
You're the right kind of busybody. The kind we're happy to have.
A friend of mine sold me on this place. Went on and on about the beautiful snow and the bright, passionate students. Convinced me to come. But when I actually got here, nothing like the brochure he described. Turns out, 8 out of 10 staff members were planted here by different factions. Our students dream of reaching the stars, all while living in a gilded cage. Meanwhile, we have Roya dealing in exoswarm parts and colluding with new Federation smugglers. I know that these students aren't fools. They're the best minds from across the nations. If even I can see what's going on, how could they be blind to it? It's their ideals, their hope for the future that lets them endure the ugly realities of this place without becoming cynical. I only came to Lahairoi because a friend recommended it. But now...
Now you've grown to like it here, right?
Yes, same as you, Madam President. An urgent transmission from Nana. If you'll excuse me.
Dr. Hudson, there was a break-in at the infirmary.
Breaking to do what?
Forrest being kidnapped by the one we previously detained, Warren.
That's not good.
What is your status? Are you severely damaged?
No need to worry. Just need time to repair.
Well, that's also that's not good.
Understood. Prioritize damage control after this call. Notify the Academy's security department. It'll take time for them to respond. I'll go after Warren. Which direction did he take her?
Received message from the Academy. They're heading towards the Sky Arc space station in the Frostlands.
It's the Court of Savante space station he and I discovered before. I'm on my way. Warren has escaped. He's taken a student and is heading for one of the debris fields in the Frostlands.
What do you plan to do?
I'm going after him. I'd like you to set up a perimeter there to cut off his escape and prevent any further risks to the Academy.
You want me to secure a perimeter while you go in alone to handle Warren?
I have a hypothesis. One I'd like to verify by myself.
Very well. Your track record warrants it. Go, Dr. Herson. I'll expect good news.
Then where are you holding Warren? He was just able to escape. I think if anywhere could make, well then again, Fractus members and escaping prison seems to be a not uncommon thing. I mean, Scar escaped and he was an overseer, but then again, he like cheated or something with like shadow portals. So I mean, I guess shadow portals aren't like out of the question. I haven't actually been face to face with an overseer so far this since 3.0 started. I haven't seen. I mean, at least Rover hasn't. I mean, it's potentially Luuk did during the end of 3.0's story. We don't know for sure. Though I was pretty sure that was Cristoforo.
Navora. Why now?
I know you've been here before. Take me to the data room. Now!
Okay, I'll do anything you say.
They're heading deeper into the station. Is there someplace we haven't discovered yet?
Does he actually have like any
Right on
moves
schedule.
that like actually uses his proper weapon?
The action. Rise anew. Gotcha. Blink, and agony ends. The bath's clear.
Because like he's a gauntlet user, but he's literally never punches anything. Ironically, he seems to kick things more than he punches them.
Ash takes form. Things exposed. Return to silence! Imbalance ends here.
This gauntlet appeared there. Something, I suppose. Yeah, Luuk is pretty cool. We still don't have the
That's
resources
clear.
to pull for him, unfortunately, though. Or like a team comp that would benefit him in particular. Please help this.
The researchers the Academy stationed here. 2 with gunshot wounds, but still alive. And this one? No vitals.
You can tell by just looking.
Their bleeding stopped. I should keep going after Warren.
Just
That's
kill
clear.
people.
Right on schedule. I am the best. I bestow eternal peace. Yep. The bath's clear. Spatial anomalies. Did someone reactivate the Skyarc system?
I did not mean to do
I'll
that.
get out of Lahai, Roy. Out of this cursed place.
It appears Warren's taken Navora to the data room we visited earlier. The path is blocked. It's those error modules again. I should use the adapter. It's cleared. Gotta keep moving.
How often can you do that?
Almost there. Now, moment of truth.
I brought the student, just like you asked. So, you... Where are you? Lahai Roy was just a minor setback. I'm still useful. I still have work in the new Federation. I still... Stop hiding! Say something! You! That doctor who's always watching.
You've reached a dead end, Warren. Don't you see that?
Not even like strong ones?
It's your dead end!
Skyarc's data room. There must be a reason. Is that just impulse? Perhaps. Blink, and agony ends. Ash takes form. Gotcha. Return to silence!
Warren's really had it rough. In the last story quest and this one.
No! Oh, Dr. Harrison! Warren, is he?
She's only unconscious. Everything's okay, Navora. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. It's just that he struck me in the back of the neck. It really hurts. I'm really scared.
It's okay. Don't force yourself to hold it in. After a shock like that, it's much better if you let it out. Keeping it bottled up is stressful in itself. Take your time. Tell me what happened when you're ready.
Okay. I'll try. I need a moment.
Then rest here for now. I'll go check on Warren.
I fell asleep on the hospital bed. When I woke up and opened my eyes, Warren was pointing a gun at my head. He was frantic, grilled me non-stop about Skyark, and when he found out I'd been to the station before, he forced me to bring him. Wait! Those researchers by the door!
One of them didn't make it. The other two are still alive.
I see. As for what else happened, I don't really remember.
That's all right. I've already formed a rough theory about his motives now. You should rest, Navora. We'll handle things from here.
Is that so? Then, Dr. Herson, care to share your theory?
Jeez.
Oh, Doctor. How mean. Is that any way to treat a student?
I'm afraid identity theft is not in the curriculum. Isn't that right,
She was literally...
Grand Architect of the Fraxidus? Since you insist on playing the student, I'll offer a lesson. It takes two to play a game.
My, played me for a fool, didn't you? I was going to kill you for a little one-on-one time with Rover. Shame.
Okay, look, I was aware that people were like, she was like acting really suspicious. I did not pick up on anything during the last patch. I mean, we also had a lot else of other things going on last patch, so I don't really blame myself for not noticing anything. But no, I didn't suspect a thing. I only started being like somewhat, I saw someone else play through the patch, and I was being a little more critical over at that time because, well, I mean, I had seen like comments and stuff saying like Navora's acting really suspicious, obviously she's evil. I was like, but that went completely over my head the first time. And then I saw like those like, oh, I mean, maybe they're wrong. She's not being that suspicious. Like even rewatching it, there's nothing like that I would say it's like a dead giveaway. And then like I get this notification after Luke's story comes out a couple days ago, and it's Luke just like shoots Navor in the head. It's like, what? Like, that's insane. And but even then I didn't realize she's like literally the Grand Architect. Like that thought didn't even cross my mind once. The only thought I had is maybe it's Cristoforo or something to do with Cristoforo.
Regrettable that you evaded what was meant for you.
But it's okay. Uncle Warren's dead. Nice and clean.
Being caught out in the open, and still he thought he could just vanish from the High Roy and get away with this fiasco. The naivety is remarkable.
Anyway, I got back what I wanted too, so I'm a happy girl.
On my way here, I kept wondering why you acted so quickly. Didn't fit your usual style of staying in character until the very end. Just as I thought. You were after this pen.
Ah, yes, my precious. I couldn't find it anywhere. So it was you who took it from me.
Just like switch to
This is the
gold for
first
a
time
second.
someone's taken something from you. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. When did you begin to suspect?
If you must know, my suspicions began to deepen during our last visit to the space station, when you feigned that injury. Your acting had been flawless, Grand Architect, but even you cannot mimic what you don't understand. Death itself. To an immortal like you, no matter how many times you die, it's just another lost identity. And I happen to have seen you die before.
Oh? Is this why you've had your eye on me all this time? Let me think. Whoops. Can't seem to remember. My bad. My real favorite things are the ones that are really old and far, far away. But you're something special, Dr. Herson. You're the first person in forever to ever come this close. Without you, the game in the High Roy would be so boring. So, you get prizes.
Maybe we can stop the Grand Architect right here and now.
And I promise, it's right up your alley.
Really don't want to let this guy escape. Be a huge pain.
Now, for the first one. At the upcoming new solar celebration, among all the lovely students, stands a member of the Fractidus. I'm so looking forward to that child's performance.
Telling us this doesn't do your spy any good.
But that's what makes it fun! It's a cat and mouse game. The mouse needs to know the cat is coming, or how else will it run fast enough on its little wheel? To win, you just have to be the hunter. And if you do end up catching that child, that just proves they were useless anyway.
That was only the first. What's the next one?
The next prize is right here in this data room. You're so smart, Dr. Herson. I bet you've already figured it out, no? I had so much fun on this little trip to the Sky Arc. So, how did you feel seeing the etheric sea? Oh, home sweet home. Your faraway home. The one you can never, ever go back to.
Well, I mean, at least he isn't telling me about IMF.
Leading you there wasn't all for nothing. The look on your face was the sweetest treat. Let's be sure to have more fun like this in the future. Until next time, you two. I wish you a pleasant past, present, and future.
Why did you stop me? You think we couldn't have stopped her here?
Yes. My goal was to gather intelligence, not apprehend the Fraxidus' Grand Architect. When we dug up my father's empty grave, I realized that it is no simple feat to find an immortal who leaves no trail. The Grand Architect may appear to act on a whim, but in my observation, that playfulness is just another layer of disguise. There's a purpose behind it. When Nana called earlier, something felt off. Warren is a researcher himself. Why would he need to take a student hostage to investigate a debris field? Even if he did, breaking into the infirmary and letting Nana send a distress call was a sloppy strategy. Of course I'd be the first person she contacted.
So that's why you called me afterwards. I did hear Navora say you've had her in the infirmary all this time. You were keeping an eye on her then.
I was waiting for her to show her hand. Until then, it was all speculation. I needed to see her end the act to be sure. Immortal, 1,000 faces. We've managed to gather quite a bit of intel on the Grand Architect. If I'm not mistaken, there should be something more important hidden in this room. Otherwise, she wouldn't have called it a prize.
Well, looks like we have an idea of what's going to be going on next patch. Little cat and mouse game, huh? Devices intend to do something to ruin our plans to save IMF, so we're going to have to beat them and make sure that nothing goes terribly awry.
These are personnel files from the Skyark space station. This lettering. Do you recall the lead researcher on the Etheric Sea Initiative? The one we saw in the hologram during our first visit?
Tangentially?
Professor Junchi.
Yes. During his lecture, he mentioned a scholar who had just joined the project, Wei Ying, but his introduction was cut short. I've found that scholar's record in the system, and her name.
Navora?
The letters of this name are a perfect match with those engraved on that pen.
Oh, okay. So it was the Grand Architect?
Are you saying that scholar is the Grand Architect?
According to these records, the Etheric Sea Initiative was stalled due to a lack of funding until she joined. Then, it was pushed back on track. Her involvement influenced the CSC's decision on this project. But everything else about her birthplace, employment history, or academic background is missing.
Sounds like another identity borrowed by the Grand Architect.
Indeed. It seems we've just traced this 1,000-faced individual back to an even earlier point in Solaris' history. These records also show Wei Ying took great interest in the CSC and Etheric Sea Initiative during that period. That must be why she infiltrated the Skyark space station.
The universe. What secrets is it hiding behind all those infinite stars? I really want to know.
And about that footage... No. No need to explain. The fewer people who know about your secret, the better. It just occurred to me that this wasn't a coincidence. If her goal in the past involved you, then it's something to keep in mind on your journey ahead.
The Etheric Sea. That might have been my entry point to Solaris after leaving my distant homeland. Wei Ying was interested in the Etheric Sea before its planet-wide spread. Did she want to use it as a medium to reach somewhere beyond? I will. Given her nature, it's only a matter of time before we meet again. The more she appears, the more she gives away. If she enjoys playing games, then it means she'll follow some rules at least. Otherwise, she'd die of boredom.
Huh. Exactly. And as I've said before, sometimes style, personal taste, and ambition can be more revealing than intended. The Fraxidus has more than one base in Solaris, and I'm far from the only one with a grudge or an interest in their activities. Until now, the Grand Architect has been like a reflection in water. She never appears as her own person, only by the faces of the already dead. But now, her fascination with what lies beyond all those infinite stars is a thread we can pull. We can start identifying which schemes bear her signature. And the Court of Savante, since our Grand Architect has taken interest in them before, a trip to Mengzhou may be worth a visit.
The Court of Savante was active in Mengzhou?
Just a rumor. They say a city was built there under their direction. There may be clues there. As for the new Federation, you'll likely end up there eventually if you plan to counter the Fraxidus' operations in the future. But not now. Things are too complicated over there, and they handle resonators differently. Even with the Black Shore's backing, going in unprepared would be serious risk.
I'll be cautious. Before Navora, did you find any other traces of this Grand Architect in the High Roy?
Yes. There is this one thing, but it's only speculation. About how Imeth disappeared. From what you told me, she died from overclocking trying to stop the Threnodian over a decade ago. After that incident, the Academy detected cracks on the Threnodian seal in the depths of Biarter Woods. The damage seemed intentional.
You mean?
I believe it was the Grand Architect who damaged the seal, and that led to Imeth's death. Lucila's people will handle things here now. We should leave.
To where?
Let's go clear our minds. You shouldn't sit with this alone.
Calm down.
Penny for your thoughts?
There's too many to count.
Feel like talking about it?
Maybe a little.
He's so dead. I'm gonna bury that Grand Architect so deep. I don't even know. I'm gonna die.
I keep wondering if the choices I made in the past were the right ones. I still don't know why I chose to erase my memories. That one decision cost me my grip on everything. It made me leave so many people behind. You, Imeth, those at the Black Shores, and probably more I don't even know or remember now. I pulled everyone into my grand plan to save the world. And when it mattered most, I wasn't even there. If we can't save Imeth, she'll just be forgotten, left to drift in the void forever.
Even if that hadn't happened, your path was always destined to diverge from most of ours. You know your lifespan is immense. Barring some accident, most of us will leave this world long before you. Death and goodbyes are a final lesson no one escapes. But for you, it's a question that lingers for an exceptionally long time.
You're right.
Since you already know that, you should also see that everyone else has already given their answer. You're still the same person you were before. Just as resilient, still bringing hope to others. That's why, after all these years, we're still willing to stand with you. And it's not because you're a supposed savior. It's because you've always been you. And we're not just doing this for you. We're doing it for Solaris, for the future we all chose to fight for. We chose this path ourselves. You have nothing to feel guilty for. One can only move forward by making peace with what's lost. You taught me that a long time ago. In the end, I failed to find my father's murderer. I failed to protect Rhine. I failed to protect my own family.
But your brother is still alive. You're alive. There's still hope. You did everything you could.
Who knows when I'll wake up next time.
Then we'll make a promise, Luuk. We'll see each other again next winter. You'll open your eyes, and I'll be standing right here, just like today.
Come now. Enough with that face. Some candy?
You always carry candy with you. Are you sure they really work?
As in...
It'll help take the edge off and lighten the mood? Your words.
That. Honestly, not really. It's become more of a habit of mine. As a boy, I'd have one whenever things felt too big to handle. The sweetness was a distraction, something to look forward to. Later, after I inherited Naviale, I realized there were still so many things I couldn't control. So I'd eat them to cope, especially when I was up to my neck in trouble thanks to my business associates. Even after I left the company and set out to follow the Fraxidus' trail on my own, I'd be chewing on one while I watched those who helped me die right in front of me. Still powerless, it seems. So I've come to believe that no matter how strong a person becomes, not everything can be done perfectly. In life, many things are beyond our control. But I still enjoy candy. It reminds me that meeting people is still a gift, even if I know I might lose them one day. If you let grief and anger burn you out, you become obsessed with results. You forget the joy you felt along the way. A little sweetness helps keep the numbness at bay.
I'll have one of your candies.
How does it taste?
Luke, my chances of saving Armeth, they're pretty slim, aren't they?
They are. You'll need a miracle. But you've always been good at making those happen.
Thanks for the candy.
You're very welcome.
I take back every single mean thing I've ever slightly said about Luke. My word, chapter 3 segue. All that's on my touches complete. What do I have here, Luke? Well, that didn't take very long. Although, then again, we had like a 5-hour quest last time, so... I guess it makes sense that this one's a lot shorter. It was a very dense one, though. Short but dense. Jeez, I can't believe it. Devore is the Grand Architect. The Grand Architect is responsible for the breakaway from the Alpha ones almost breaking in the Strider gates, causing IMF to have to stop it by overclocking, which caused her to die. The infiltrate a student who Fractious Alliance student who's going to be making trouble at the Grand Solar Celebration, which is likely going to be the focus of next patch. That should go down into completed now. Yep. Mage 9. Quite a lot of beasts available, which probably will be being used for Fusion Rover. Like, I was so angry, I wanted to almost scream, but then I realized it's like, oh, it's only 9:44, but I probably still shouldn't scream. I ended up copying the same motion where I clenched my fist like Rover did. But Luke's speech actually did help calm me down a bit. So thank you, Luke. You really are a great doctor. Now bike. Which actually, now that I think about it, I don't think we have an IMF bike. These are the paid ones. And there is an IMF one, it's just paid. I still don't know what these stargazing is, because I thought I did do the stargazing list, but apparently not, I guess. No, there isn't a free IMF one, at least not yet. So we'll just keep what we've been using for now. We did clear this one, but I have already maxed out this motorbike stuff, so... Jeez. Okay, I have calmed down significantly. That is really upsetting now. Like, I know I joked about blaming Cristoforo, but I mean, I actually was a member of the Fraxis, not just that, but the leader of the Fraxis. So... yeah, I guess he was tangentially related. Which is the Grand Architect, will face justice. But we will do it at a good pace and not go rush blinding in, because our choices are... our chances of actually saving IMF do decrease if we do stupid stuff, like rush in without a plan. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to try to zoom in.
Hopefully this helps.
You see the Exo Strider over there. I have certain people saying we only have to wait like, that I don't want to have to wait like another 20 days or so, or like patch cycle to go and save IMF. And I was thinking like the whole time, like, we don't have a guarantee that we save IMF next patch. And if anything, this part of the patch just confirms that that's not really the focus of the next patch. It sounds like to me the focus of the next patch is going to be specifically the new solar celebration, which is not the new solar ceremony, which is what happened when we got the new sun in Laha Roy, but probably a celebration that actually went well and nobody died. I mean that actually worked. There's a good chance somebody died in all of that mess. But actually, now I think about it, I think we actually managed to get out pretty scot-free there. But either way, it sounds like some kind of festival. Fortunately, we will not be able to enjoy it because we will be tracking down a Fraxis agent who plans to spread chaos, from the sounds of it, and potentially disrupt our plans to awaken Mapping and save our precious daughter. This on the screen. You can see it on the screen, so yeah. But that's weird. But like not the end of the world, all things considered. We have quite a lot of asteroid now. Oh, I think that was the only new thing that unlocked after that. I'm pretty sure. Don't actually have much else to do now. I have a chance to follow. That was just people I could potentially raid, but I don't think I have very many viewers now. I'm guessing I'm just gonna end here. I mean, we could go fishing. I don't feel like fishing right now, though. It could be technically helpful for my psyche, but yeah, next stream, Tuesday, we'll finish Deltarune Chapter 1, I think. Yeah, that's the plan, and Wednesday we will go back to doing more fishing and continue working on the quest backlog from older patches, mainly exploration quests. If we do manage to finish the fishing quest, then next we will do When the Forest is No Longer Dim. Otherwise, Stinging Lacrimosa, then Hidden Dangers in a Peaceful Life, which probably will be the shortest one, based on the asteroid rewards. But for now, honestly, before we did this patch, I had kind of just written it off as just kind of like a, I mean, this quest as like a filler quest. It was just gonna be mostly focusing on Luke's past and stuff. I didn't expect it to go into this much detail, revealing new things about the Praxis, their plans, their past, the death of Imeth, and getting to see the Grand Architect again, who's not on my bingo card at all. I do have to tell him that technically giving us a portal out of what was the area? That Leviathan's dark place. Basically, how does not constitute me being able to forgive him for essentially causing the death of my daughter. So, yeah, like I won't say next time we meet, he's dead, but like one of the times we meet, there's no way we kill him anytime soon, unfortunately. It's like the big bad of like, and we haven't, our unfortunately our overseer, our actual rate of actually killing overseers is, or taking them out of commission, is literally 0. Scar escaped the jail in Jinsho. Perlova seemed like she died, but then just came back anyway. But I mean, then again, she's left for Praxis, so we will consider that a partial success at the very least. Cristoforo, we've never really had a good, like, solid stop him moment, like, ever, unfortunately. And the Grand Architect, well, I'm pretty sure he just kicked our butts. But all we need to do is, if the Grand Architect's here, we'll just give Galbrenna a call. Once Galbrenna's here, that can help us deal with that. Like Luke, Rover, and Galbrenna, yeah, he doesn't stand a chance against a team like that. Also, it seems like what they're doing for patches is that they're both expanding on, for 3.0 at least, they're both expanding on current characters, of course, red characters that will be the featured characters for the patch, and also they're introducing the characters that will be available in the next patch. So this patch not only gave us a lot of details about both Imeth and Luke, but also introduced us to Sigrika and Lucia. And we actually got to spend a decent amount of time with Lucia. We've only tangentially met Sigrica a couple of times at the beginning of class in the first quest, and at the beginning of this quest when Luuk was giving her counseling. So we know a bit about her, but we don't know that much about her. But Lucia has played a bit of a larger role in the story comparatively, which also makes sense that she's literally the president. I am curious of whether Luuk thinks that Sigrica might be part of the Fraxis because she was friends with... I can't think of her name, or with the girl that the Grand Architect was pretending to be. So I feel like that might be probably one of the reasons she's going to be so important in the next patch, because I don't think she will actually be part of the Fraxis. I think that's just something that might be suspected of her by Luuk and Rover. I've been talking for a good amount of time now. But I still have like 2 elucidate runs to do today, because... yeah. I have an event to complete, and that's over at 4 tomorrow. And also, I need to get sleep at some point today, because I have church in the morning and friends coming over after that. Oh, right, and I have to clean, too. I have a lot of stuff to do. So I guess I should wrap up. That's what we've been doing, yeah. Wrapping up very slowly as I talk about my thoughts on everything. That was a very dense... I think the quest itself probably only took an hour and a half. Everything else was either technical difficulties or me writing out the stream rules or something else. Or me just talking about the story. Very dense hour and a half story. And I'm guessing, because at the end of Luke's trailer, it shows him like completely trapped in ice. I'm guessing that ice is actually metaphorical, and this is like the actual events that happens. Anyway, I guess we'll just wrap up stream here for the day. Thank you everyone for watching, and we don't have any credits, no call today, so don't need to do that. How many viewers are we at right now? 1, which is probably just me. So, I guess it means no rating today. Although I guess I say that every time, but we've only ever rated once. So, oh well. What was I saying? Schedule Tuesday, finish Deltarune Chapter 1, Wednesday, more Wuthering Waves with specifically fishing, and then any other exploration quests if we manage to finish that in a decent amount of time. And a lot of other streams. Obviously nothing on Thursday. Friday. What is Friday? Monday's the 1st. No, it's not. Sunday is the 1st. Monday's the 2nd. Tuesday is the 3rd. Wednesday is the 4th. Thursday is the 5th. Friday is the 6th. Saturday is the 7th. So probably no stream on Saturday because that's my brother's birthday. My younger brother's birthday. Maybe a stream on Friday, but I don't know what it would be. I still want to play Path of Radiance, but I still can't because I still need to get Switch Online paid for, and that's a whole thing that I have to do. I wonder if I should do like another RPG. It would be like 3 types of RPGs. Like action RPG, strategy RPG. I don't even know what you'd really call Deltarune Bullet Hell RPG. Very interesting category, I suppose. It is definitely an RPG. Maybe I should pick a different game. I could play through Galaxy again, because I got Galaxy 1+2. But I probably shouldn't, because we haven't finished. We finished a few games on this channel. Oh, we finished Wuthering Waves, so that's like, that's pretty big. Also, I wanted to finish Fire Emblem Engage today. I have a lot to do before I go to bed. Oh, right, new Pokemon got announced. I'm actually new into Pokemon because growing up wasn't allowed to play Pokemon. I'm just talking a lot, and it's mostly just me yapping at no one. So actually, we were just going to end the stream. This has been trying to do for probably like the last 20 minutes, but I couldn't shut up. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching. I hope to see you again next time, which will be Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday for Deltarune. When am I gonna do this stream now? I can do it in the evening. Oh right, definitely. No wait, no. Actually, unless it's a stream on Wednesday morning, I have babysitting Wednesday evening, so I will stream Wednesday morning and Tuesday evening, I guess, probably. Yeah, Tuesday evening. Probably after dinner. Maybe around the same time I started this stream. Which honestly, we made this. I expected the stream to last like another hour at least. I guess combined with the 3.0 patches, they're probably this patch cycle and this, since my story was quite long and this one was short, but like combined that's probably the same as both Moonets and Warnier's. And I'm still talking. Goodbye. Stream's over. Have a nice day, everyone. I'll be back on Tuesday.